What's up guys, it's Kai here. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's economic climate, there seems to be a lot of uncertainty with the rise of interest rates, US debt, recession looming, and international pressures. But I've spotted what I believe to be a huge investment opportunity, potentially yielding 10 to more than 20x my money, and in what I consider to be a relatively low risk. So in this video, I'll be sharing my personal investment strategy and how I plan to 10 to 20x my money. I'll be covering what I'll be investing in, my entry points, and my exit strategy. And although 10 to 20x gains may sound outlandish and risky, I'll also be covering the moves that I'm making that kind of put like an insurance on it or a safety net so that this move is not really risky in my personal opinion. Stay to the end of the video because I built a cool spreadsheet where I've mapped out multiple what if scenarios and how each scenario will affect the outcome of this investment strategy and why it is low risk. Now, huge disclaimer, this is definitely not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm personally doing with my own investments and the logic behind it. And you should never invest any money that you cannot afford to lose. Now, without any further ado, let's dive into it. Okay, for my investment strategy, I'll be investing in the crypto sector, which is currently experiencing lows right now. And for this video, to make the numbers easy to explain, I'll be using an example of how I'd invest $10,000 to turn that into $100 to even more than $200,000. For the first position, I take $1,000 and grab some Gala, G-A-L-A, some Gala tokens. And they're currently sitting at around 3 cents each. Their all-time high was 3 to 82 cents, that's a 27x. And now Gala is a gaming token ranked in the top 150 of all cryptos, and they are actively expanding to the film and music industry. Gala has strong fundamentals, a strong ecosystem, and huge potential for growth. Second $1,000, I'll be going into Engine. They trade under ENJ, which is currently sitting at 34 cents. Their all-time high was $4.82. Which is a 13x. Engine now is in the top 100 of all crypto, and they're focusing on the metaverse through its platform called Infinity. They are looking to decentralize the metaverse, and they're projected to grow through NFTs, and they have huge gaming potential. Now moving on to the next $1,000, we'll be going into Solana. Solana blew up huge the last bull run. They ran all the way up to $260 each. And they're still a big hitter because they're still sitting in the top 10 of all crypto. Currently, it's at a huge discount at only $20 each. So Solana is considered to be the replacement to Ethereum because Solana is considered more scalable and also more secure. Now, the next $1,000 will be going to Cardano, also known as ADA. They're spelled A-D-A. Now, they're currently sitting at 38 cents each with a previous all-time high of $3. That's an 8x. ADA is considered undervalued and oversold, and there's belief that it can well surpass its all-time high price during the next bull run. Now, Cardano is viewed as a better layer 1 blockchain than Ethereum in terms of scalability, energy, and efficiency, and transaction speeds. Now, the next $1,000 will go to XRP, which is currently sitting at 46 cents. They had an all-time high of a multiple of 8, so their all-time high was about $3.84. XRP is an interesting one because they are currently battling the SEC, and due to this, they have been delisted from many major trading platforms and has not done anything price-wise during the last bull run. Despite all of that, XRP remains in the top 6 of all cryptos, and if they come out on top of their court case, the price will skyrocket. Potential 50x returns here. So currently, we got $5,000 down. Now, the remaining $5,000 will be divided evenly among crypto's 2 heavy hitters, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. This move here will act as sort of a safety net for the other investments, which I'll explain as we hop into the spreadsheet. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and hit that like button down below and subscribe. Okay, now let's go hop into the spreadsheet so we can really see how huge this investment strategy can go and how potentially not risky it really is. Let's dive into it. Okay, so here we are in the spreadsheet. We have the assets row over here. So everything we invested in, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, Cardano, Engine, Gala, XRP. I got to break them down by the amounts we invested. Here's the current prices here. And now this is the cool thing. This is all the all-time highs here. The predicted prices that they're expected to go to, and then this is just the moonshot prices for fun. So this investment strategy is based off of how crypto works in cycles. Approximately every 4 years, Bitcoin has a halving cycle where the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined is cut in half. So therefore, the supply goes down when with the increase in demand, that pushes the price up. So this cycle is built in and happens every 4 years. The next time that it will be happening will be in April 2024, around there. So the timeline for my investment strategy and my exit points is in about 2 to 3 years from now. So after the halving happens early next year, you got to give it some time for Bitcoin to run. And as Bitcoin runs, it'll bring up all the other altcoins. And this has happened time and time again. And it's pretty much like clockwork. So let's take a look at this chart here and I'll explain to you what's going on here. So say we invested everything here, the $10,000, and everything just goes back to its all-time high. I have this listed as the base projected return here. So if everything just goes back to normal, that $10,000 turns into almost $80,000. Almost an 8x return on your money. And that's just the base case scenario. If everything runs to its predicted price, which over here I'm actually pretty conservative. You know, I got Bitcoin at 100,000. Everybody's saying it's going to that last cycle. Ethereum at 10,000. So this is a pretty conservative prediction price. That price turns into about $160,000. You know, that's a 16x on your money right there. And that's just prediction. So, and for fun, I have the moonshot on there. You know, if every Bitcoin hits 150,000 and all of these, you know, XRP wins its court case and all that stuff, $10,000 turns into almost $300,000. So of course I would be exiting before this moonshot price. My exit strategy would be like once it hits base price, I could see kind of where we are in the bull run, and then I'll be slowly exiting my positions there. So I'd like to think that I'd kind of end up somewhere between this, like in the title of the video, somewhere between 10 to 20x my money. Now I also did go over on how this is not a really risky strategy. And I'll cover that here because, so if you notice in the investment strategy, I got half of the $10,000 invested into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the two heavy hitters. I believe they'll be around for a very long time. And like clockwork, everything kind of runs off of Bitcoin itself. So all of these other smaller cryptocurrencies, they're more risky, but as you can see, they have higher returns. Bitcoin, if you look here, just going back to its all-time high, it's maybe a 2.5x. Same with Ethereum, a 2.5x. Here's my so-called insurance policy or safety net here. Bitcoin and Ethereum just go back to their all-time highs, which they have always done before and which is pretty much expected. And everything else we invested in, I'll just highlight this column here, the all-time highs, goes to zero. Everything goes to crap. So just if everything went to zero, which is highly unlikely, and just Bitcoin and Ethereum went back to their base all-time highs, your return would still be $12,500, which you're still up $2,000. Now that's in like a case that half of your investments went totally to crap, to zero. And I also have these blocks here just to illustrate that if all of these investments only did half as good as they've done previously, you'd still be up to $40,000, $39,000, which is almost 4x your money. That's pretty dang good. And even if it only did a quarter, only 25% of its all-time high, you'll still almost be doubling your money at $19,500. So I made this here to show all of the what if scenarios here. So the base projected return, everything just went back to normal to this all-time highs, $78,000. For your $10,000 to $78,000, that's almost 8 times in your money right there. If it goes back to the predictions, which is still not outlandish, that's 16 times your money at just about $160,000. The moonshot is always fun to look at, almost $300,000, 28 times your investment right here, 29 times the $10,000 invested. That's always good to look at, but you know, keep in mind this is highly unlikely to always hit the highs. So I'd imagine someplace between the 100,000 and 300,000 would be a nice place to put it. If everything went to crap, still if everything did only 50%, the investment would be 39,000. And if it only did up to 25%, which what I consider to be highly unlikely, you're still just about doubled the money here. Base projected return, 12,500. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear what people out there think about my investment strategy. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.